My grandchildren are terrified. They can't understand why he can kill their grandfather and not be in jail.
A husband and decorated military veteran shot in the head, his body tossed into a trash can, but the teenager accused of murdering him isn't behind bars. He's enjoying the comforts of his own home. It's September 2016. Tariq Vasquez was just 16 years old. That's when prosecutors say he savagely gunned down retired Sergeant Major Randy Smith. Smith was working on his family's rental property, and Vasquez lived next door. But despite being charged with felony murder, Vasquez was granted bond and allowed to wait for his trial on house arrest. That decision absolutely infuriated Smith's widow.
But don't let him look at TV and enjoy home, and you have people locked up for marijuana and mental health clients locked up in jail, and you have an indicted murderer just sitting at home.
Angela Powell-Smith has been fighting for more than a year to have that bond revoked, telling us back in August that she spends every weekend gathering signatures on her petition to Fulton County Superior Court. And now, beginning Monday, Angela may be a step closer to seeing the teenager accused of killing her husband finally behind bars, as jury selection scheduled to begin in his murder trial. Let's bring in my legal dream team tonight. We got criminal defense attorney Meg Strickler and trial attorney and Emory Law Professor Randy Kessler, both here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Bail for a murder defendant, how unusual is that?
It is unusual, but not completely rare to have happen. I've had it happen in my cases where you can get bond for lots of reasons. One could be the case isn't very strong. One could be, like in this case, that it's a juvenile. He's just 16. When I say juvenile, he's being charged as an adult, but he's young. He probably has ties to the community, got a lot of...
Yeah, he could stay in his mommy's house.
Yeah, they
right?
probably put maybe an ankle monitor on him. You know, those kinds of things will keep him. And also the Fulton County jails are way crowded, so these are all rationale for keeping him out there.
Yeah, but crowded jails, yes, you let out maybe someone for drug possession or disorderly conduct. You're talking about a murder defendant here, Randy.
Yeah, well, you're talking about one size fits all. Murder, automatically no bail. Why is it? I mean, we're innocent until proven guilty in America. It's got to be a case-by-case decision. Yes, those are the most serious crimes. We want to make sure that we're absolutely sure that those people are not going to commit another crime. But you are innocent until proven guilty, and the judge has to evaluate it on that basis. It's sort of refreshing that once in a while you see that a judge says, this person is innocent, and as long as I'm not worried about him fleeing. I mean, that's what bail is for. Bail is not to punish.
To make sure you show up, and also to
Correct.
protect the public from potential crimes if you feel like someone's a habitual offender. All right, let's talk about what's going to happen in the courtroom on Monday, though. I've covered dozens and dozens of murder trials for Court TV and other places, and I don't ever recall a murder defendant walking in and out of the courtroom with the family of the victim, going up and down the elevator with the jury. How does that change the dynamics here?
Well, my guess is that they'll work very hard to make sure those two occurrences don't happen at the same time. They'll assemble the jury down in the jury room and then make sure that the defendant is already in the courtroom before they bring them up, stuff like that. And same thing when they let them out for lunch or for any deliberations of any sort or any motions to be argued in the middle of the trial. They'll work very, very hard because you are absolutely right. There's only several sets of...
You think it could be a problem?
I think it could be a problem, but, you know, people don't want to talk about this, but there's also the defendant's protection. There are a lot of people that think he did it. There are people that are predisposed to thinking he did it.
So you got to protect the family and you got to protect the defendant?
Yeah.
And the innocent until proven guilty, right? And he may well be guilty.
You keep saying that, Randy. We know. We've read the Constitution.
Hey,
Thank you.
Gosh bless, I'm glad we have the
Randy
Constitution.
Kessler and Meg Strickler, appreciate your time tonight.